Programang ito ay rated SPG. Striktong patnubay at gabay ng magulang ang kailangan. Maaaring may masiselang tema, lengguwahe, karahasan, sexual, horror o droga na hindi angkop sa mga bata.
Mga kaibigan, may good news para sa lahat. Kung gusto nyo nga makabasa ng mga balita tungkol sa Mindanao, wala nang iba kundi ang Mindanao Examiner newspaper. Mindanao ang sirkulasyon, Mindanao ang balita. Ang Mindanao Examiner sa Basilan, Sulu at Zamboanga. Gumawa na rin ito ng mga independent films at ABP, audiovisual presentation, at by photography at video services pa. Bisitahin po natin ang kanilang website sa MindanaoExaminer.com. Marami pong salamat. Kaya natin to.
Alright, isang magandang biyernes mga kaibigan. Ay, grabe. Grabe yung klima. Araw-ulan. Pero ang Radyo Mindanao May, andito lang mga kaibigan. Welcome. At isang oras naman tayo magsasama-sama. At napakadami nating mga issue, topic na tatalakayin mga kaibigan. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, Halosinto. At yung gustong magbigay ng kanilang mga komento, maaari kayong mag-iwan ng inyong komento or whatever. Kung meron kayong reklamo sa Samselco Water District, dyan lamang sa ating Facebook page mga kaibigan ng Radyo Mindanao. At syempre, salamat sa ating media partners, ang Mindanao Examiner Regional Newspaper. At gayon din sa Zamboanga Post newspaper. Available yan mga kaibigan dyan kay Joey, yung newspaper dealer sa may Shoppers Central. At meron din dyan mga kaibigan sa dating Sultana Hotel ngayon sa tapat ng Veterans Bank. Sila lamang ang nagbebenta, sarado yung mga iba. Pero yung Mindanao Examiner at yung Zamboanga Post newspaper, andyan, available mga kaibigan. Bueno, dyan nga pala sa City Hall nakikinig sa atin. Araw-araw sila nag-aabang mga kaibigan. At tuloy-tuloy. Itong si Mayor Beng mga kaibigan, talaga namang nasa farm. At ini-inspeksyon itong mga gulay mga kaibigan, itong mga sayote na ibibigay sa ating mga kababayan. Talaga magaling tong si Mayor. At kasama natin pala yung ating technical director, si Engineer Raymond Ong Bauchin. Ay papakita ni Sir Reynold yung ginagawang pag-iinspeksyon nitong masipag at hardworking na si Mayor Beng Climaco. At habang ini-inspeksyon itong mga sayote. At nagpapasalamat din mga kaibigan si Mayor Beng sa mga supporters, sa mga residenteng nakakatanggap ng ayuda mula sa local government. Itong si Dins Gutchukon, talaga todo pasasalamat. Kaya naman sabi ni Mayor Beng, muchísimas gracias a todos. Your local government will continue to work hard to serve you in this difficult time. Ayan. Ganyan ang leader. Magaling. Masipag. At sa mga impormasyon mga kaibigan, maaari kayong magtungo o bumisita sa Facebook page ng City Government of Zamboanga. At gayon din sa Facebook page ni Mayor Beng Climaco para malaman ninyo ang iba't ibang impormasyon sa kasalukuyan. Ngayon ay nasa kalagitnaan tayo ng pandemic, itong coronavirus disease. Hanggang May 31 mga kaibigan, nasa ilalim pa rin ng General Community Quarantine ang buong Zamboanga City. At kailangan lang natin bisitahin yung Facebook page ni Mayor Beng at ng City Government of Zamboanga para hindi tayo maging biktima ng mga fake news, ng mga false news. Dahil sa social media mga kaibigan, itong because of the advent of technology ay talagang talamak ang mga ibang tao at nagsasamantala. Kaya naman tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ayuda ng ating pamahalaan lokal mga kaibigan. Diba, nung isang araw lamang sinabi natin na walang humpay itong distribution ng isang sakong bigas mga kaibigan. Commercial rice, hindi yan yung mabahong NFA na hindi makain kahit aso ayaw kainin. Kaya naman marami pang mga impormasyon. At itong si Mayor Beng mga kaibigan ay lagi namang nagbibigay ng presser para sa kaalaman ng ating mga kababayan. At kahapon ay nagkaroon din siya ng virtual presser mga kaibigan kasama iba pang mga opisyal. At ito ay ilalabas din mga kaibigan ng ating technical director, si Reynold Ong. Mamaya ipapakita namin mga kaibigan para mapanood ninyo doon sa hindi nakasubaybay dito kay Mayor Beng Climacco. Napaka-importante nito mga kaibigan. Itong mga sinasabi ni Mayor at ng iba pang mga opisyal ng pamahalaan. Dahil ang layunin nito ay upang maging updated mga kaibigan ang ating publiko sa mga nangyayari sa kapaligiran sa Zamboanga City. At itong Radyo Mindanao ay katuwang mga kaibigan ng Zamboanga City Government at katuwang ng National Government at ng iba pang mga provincial government at municipal governments upang maiparating natin ang tamang impormasyon sa lahat. Diba? Mahirap kasing mabiktima ng fake news. Nagkalat yan, lalo na ngayon. Sinasamahan pa ng politika, mga black propaganda. Kaya naman todo ang pagsisikap mga kaibigan ni Mayor Beng na maibigay ang tunay na mga nangyayari at mga developments kaugnay sa ayuda sa mga programa ng pamahalaan lokal sa ating mga kababayan. At sa kanyang post mga kaibigan, ilang oras lamang ay binati rin ni Mayor Beng ang mga kababaihan na mga Zamboangenya na nagtapos sa Philippine National Academy, yung Mandaluyong Class of 2020. At gumraduate sila ngayong araw mga kaibigan at pinuri ni Mayor Beng Climacco ang Zamboangenyang si Cadet First Class Leanne Palermo dahil siya ang top notcher. At number 3 rin mga kaibigan ang isa pang Zamboangenya na si Cadet First Class Sandra Tabar. Top 3 siya mga kaibigan. Si Palermo ay residente ng Barangay Kalarian at si Tabar naman ay mula sa Barangay Kuruan. At 6 na Zamboangenyos pa ang kabilang sa mga gumraduate sa PNPA. Ito ay walang iba kundi si Cadets First Class Al-Shadat Abdurajak, Joseph Brian Alberto ng Barangay Sangali, si Cadet First Class Judeline Bardago ng Santa Catalina, Cadet First Class Brain Hall Sakam ng Sinunok, at Cadet First Class Rain Simeon ng Barangay Pasunangka, at si Cadet First Class Komeni Suleyman ng Recodo. Wow, magagaling. Ang Mandaluyong class mga kaibigan ay gumraduate today dyan sa PNPA campus sa Cavite. Kaya naman sabi ni Mayor, Zamboanga City is very proud of your achievement. Vaya con Dios. Maraming gumraduate mga kaibigan. Talaga namang yung mga Sambuangueño talagang namamayagpag. At bukod dun sa mga cadet and cadet na gumraduate sa PNPA, ay hindi rin nalimutan ni ng masipag na si Mayor Beng ang Sambuangueño Navy Ensign Jefferson Salazar na nag-top 3 naman sa Philippine Military Academy masidlawin class of 2020. Gumraduate siya mga kaibigan today. Si Navy Ensign Salazar mga kaibigan ay nagtapos ng BS Physics. Wow! Degree from Western Mindanao State University. Physics. Ako, ang galing nito mga kaibigan. Napakagandang physics. Ang masidlawing class mga kaibigan ay dyan sa Baguio. Doon sila nag-gumraduate mga kaibigan sa Philippine Military Academy. Maraming mga Sambuangueño at Sambuangueña ang pasok sa PNPA at PMA. At sa City Hall pa rin mga kaibigan, di ba, nung isang araw lamang ay pinirmahan ng Mayor Beng Climaco ang kanyang executive order para dito sa Interagency Compliance Team sa pinangungunahan ni City Administrator Apple Go. At ito ang guidelines dito mga kaibigan ni Mayor Beng ay ipatupad ang mga programa, iba't ibang programa at tignan kung naaayon ang lahat ng mga establishments o establishmento na hindi lumalabag sa ating batas. At alam niyo naman dahil mayroon tayong tinatawag na COVID-19 protocols sa mga business establishments, ganoon din sa mga transportation at ang implementation yung physical distancing measures. At today mga kaibigan, naglabas ang IATF sa pangunguna nitong si City Administrator Apple Go. Napakasipag rin ang hotline number. Kung meron kayong mga gustong isumbong na mga lumalabag sa COVID-19 protocol, sa mga negosyong walang business permits pero nag-ooperate illegally, sa lahat ng nagtitake advantage mga kaibigan ng sitwasyon, maaari kayong tumawag sa kanilang dalawang hotlines. Sa District 1, maaari kayong mag-text o tumawag at siguradong itatago ang inyong identity. Sa District 1, you can call up or text 0938-300-4392. Ulitin natin mga kaibigan. Sa District 1, maaari kayong mag-text at tumawag sa 0938-300-4392. At sa District 2 naman, maaari rin kayong mag-text sa 0938-300-4393. Ulitin natin. Sa District 2, kung meron kayong mga reklamo sa mga negosyo na hindi nagpapatupad ng quarantine or COVID-19 protocols, yung mga negosyong walang business permit, yung mga establishment na nag-ooperate ng walang mayor's permit o lumalabag sa protocol, sa guidelines ng quarantine, sa District 2, maaari kayo mag-text or call sa 0938-300-4393. Ayan ang dalawang hotline mga kaibigan ng Interagency Compliance Team. Yari kayo Kala nyo makakaloko kayo ng ibang tao. Binabata kayo ni Mayor Roy. At naglabas na rin ng advisory ang ating pamahalaang lokal mga kaibigan tungkol dito sa pagpapauwi ng mga stranded Sambuangueños or Sambuangueñas mula na nasa iba't ibang lugar. At ito ay inaasikaso ng ating pamahalaan mga kaibigan. At yung mga stranded sa ibang lugar, maaari kayo makipag-ugnayan sa Zamboanga City Tourism Office at sila ang in charge dito mga kaibigan, at maaari ninyo matagpuan ang lahat ng mga telephone numbers sa Facebook page ng City Government of Zamboanga, or you can text these numbers sa mga stranded sa ibang lugar at napapakinggan itong programa natin. Maaari kayong tumawag o kaya mag-text para ipaalam kung nasaan kayo, ilang kayo, at kung paano, kailan kayo pwedeng makauwi upang kayo masundo. Ang number ay maaari nyo tawagan sa 0966-175-4298. Ulitin ko, 0966-175-4298. At yung isang number pa ay 0917-711-3536. Ulitin natin, 0917-711-3536. O kaya sa kanilang landline, 062 area code 955-9601. 062, ayan yung area code mga kaibigan, 955-9601. Yan, yung mga gustong makauwi ng Zamboanga at stranded sa ibang lugar. Ang in charge dito yung Zamboanga City Tourism Office sa ilalim ni Sarita Sebastian. So malinaw na mga kaibigan, yung ating mga advisory, at alam naman natin na napakadami mga Zamboangueño, mga residente ng Zamboanga ang inabutan ng lockdown sa iba't ibang panig ng ating bansa. Diyan sa Maynila, sa Visayas, sa Luzon at iba pang bahagi ng Mindanao. Kaya naman pilit na inaasikaso ni Mayor Beng. Alam nyo, punong-puno yung mga kamay ni Mayor Beng sa lahat ng trabaho. Maraming inaasikaso. Pero tuloy-tuloy pa rin mga kaibigan hanggang gabi ang trabaho nitong mayor na to. Grabe. Minsan daw umuwi na ng alas 2 bago pa umuwi, diretso pa. Nag-i-inspeksyon sa iba't ibang lugar. Yan ang magaling Mayor Beng. At continuing mga kaibigan, kontinuando kita. Esperakel, yung mga hindi pa nakakatanggap ng isang sako ng bigas mula sa inyong mga barangay chairman, pakiantay na lamang mga kaibigan, at napakadami. Napakadaming inaasikaso ng ating mga barangay chairman mga kaibigan. Kaya naman kung mayroong mga area hindi pa nakakatanggap, konting intay lang po mga kaibigan. Maghintay tayo ng kaunting panahon pa. At lalo na ngayon, panay-panay ang ulan. At inaasikaso yan mga kaibigan ng inyong mga barangay leaders. Nakakasigurado tayo dyan. Dahil yan ang utos ni Mayor Beng Clima ko mga kaibigan, na huwag magpapahuli para mabigyan lahat ng pangangailangan itong ating mga kababayan. At sa ibang bahagi ng bansa mga kaibigan, si Governor Sakurtan ay nagbigay ng mensahe. Ipapakita namin sa inyo ito mga kaibigan, ipaparinig natin kung ano ang sinabi nitong napakasipag na si Governor Sakurtan. Ito ay may kinalaman mga kaibigan dito sa pagtatapos ng Idil Fitr. Ito yung hariraya na mga kaibigan. Kaya nga sa Lunes, walang pasok, holiday tayong lahat. Bilang pag-celebrate itong hariraya. So mga kaibigan, panoorin ninyo at nandito lahat yan. At para makita nyo rin kung ano ang nangyayari dyan sa ating katabing lalawigan ng Sulu. Mabuti itong Sulu province mga kaibigan. Alam nyo ba, multiple times na binigyan ni Governor Sakurtan yung mga bawat household sa buong lalawigan. Isang sakong bigas, 50 kilos, mga grocery items. Siguro nakatatlong beses na yata mula nung Marso. 3 o naka-4 na. Ganun din yung mga mayors, mga kaibigan, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang kanilang pamamahagi ng relief assistance. Alam nyo, magaling tong si Governor Sakurta, napakasipag. Kahit sarili niyang pera, ginagastos niya. Ay kakapiranggot yung nakuha ng Sulu, mga kaibigan, at ng iba pang lalawigan ng ARMM or ng BARMM. Aba, nag-release ng 1.9 billion na pondo itong si Chief Minister Murad Ibrahim ng BARM. At ang ginawa niya, siya ang nag-release ng 1.9 billion dahil siya rin ang hepe ng Ministry of Finance, Budget and Finance. At ang ginawa niya, naglabas siya ng 1.9 billion bilang COVID response fund. Aba, yung tanggapan din niya mismo ang nakakuha ng mas malaking bahagi, parte ng 1.9 na kanyang ibinahagi sa tatlong opisina lamang. Yung office niya, Office of the Chief Minister, at yung opisina ng Interior and Local Government, at yung opisina ng Social Services. Happy. Okay, so panoorin nyo mga kaibigan, dyan lahat ipapakita natin yung kay Mayor Ben Climaco nag-i-inspect ng mga gulay at yung kanyang press con, yung virtual presser ng City Government of Zamboanga, ganun din kay itong mensahe ni Governor Sakurtan. At sa gustong makakuha ng update sa Sulu, maaari kayo magpunta sa Facebook, official Facebook page ng Sulu Task Force COVID-19. At si Governor Sakurtan, mga kaibigan, ang chairman ng Sulu Provincial Task Force on COVID-19. Wala na tayong oras, mga kaibigan, at napakahaba nitong ating programa ngayon. Dahil bukas Sabado, subukan namin makapag-programa kung meron tayong oras dahil sa Monday, holiday kami. Pero ang balita, tuloy-tuloy pa rin, mga kaibigan, ng aming mga media partners. Maaari kayong bumisita sa website ng Mindanao Examiner Regional Newspaper sa mindanaoexaminer.com o kaya sa Mindanao Examiner Newspaper.blogspot.com, at nasa Facebook din sila, mga kaibigan. Ang Mindanao Examiner Regional Newspaper Facebook page, please like and share para makarating sa ating mga kababayan sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo ang mga balita dito sa ating Pilipinas, sa ating Mindanao. At ganoon din sa isa pang aming media partner, ang Zamboanga Post. Please like and share yung kanilang Facebook page, The Zamboanga Post. Ayan ay kilalang-kilala, mga kaibigan, sa Basilan, Sulu at Tawi-Tawi, Zamboanga. Yung Mindanao Examiner Regional Newspaper naman sa buong Mindanao, Cebu hanggang Maynila. So maraming salamat sa aming mga media partners, patuloy na sumusuporta, at sa iba pang mga partners, mga industrial partners, mga silent partners. At siyempre, yung kasama ko, mga kaibigan, ang aming technical director na si Raymond Ong Bolton. Hanggang sa susunod na bukas, mga kaibigan, ito po ang bang lingkod, Alasito. Laging nagsasabing mag-ingat tayo, stay home, wash our hands clean, wear face masks, practice social distancing. Hanggang sa susunod na bukas, I love you. Mamwa. Chup chup.
A'udzubillahi minasyaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Angan si pamarinta si province of Sulu. Inako tayo manghudniyo kaagama Islam. Abdul Sakur M. Tan, Governor Sindo Paso. Dana in family ko, makong makuyag ako tumukbal. Sin panglanggo, ibang panghurmat. Sin nasampurna na to, ipang ibadat na to, habulan Ramadan. Amuin fardo, sin Tuhan na to. Umat sin Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, iwan na umat na kauna dan kato. In maksud, ba't nakita niyo katan, mag-unay-unay sugod palawang sinsulka. Murah-murahan, madawhat na to, in pangadyan, diara sin bulan Ramadan. In bulan Ramadan, nagdara sin dunlun, panghindo, iwan pamando, ikasambo, iwan ikahanong, iwan ikapagkasilasa, antara sin sila, iwan labiluwa, hakasuok nila, sin suok matan, pa Allah Ta'ala. Ipang ibadat na bulan Ramadan, midda na ingakataang bulan, sa wabin pardo, mahinang sin tiap-tiap Muslim, bestahon kaniya, siya sin nakahinang kapituan pardo, adapon ing kasunat-sunatan, bestahon kaniya pardo. Ang kanay nabi nagkabtang, labaw indayaw sukod, sinabuok Muslim, ibangkit siya sin karayawan, diara si bulan Ramadan. Sa langgo-langgo, panandas, iti batong kato, hatahunyan, hapang datong si sakit COVID-19, salta kinugdan sambil habulan Ramadan. Sumakawa, dahil na pagtulong tawang, sin kamukatan, alhamdulillah, nadawhat na to imaksod sa langgo-langgo. Hawak tusong na mamaid, imbulan mulya, pangayoon ko kanyo, in pakusugon na to gaman, in paghambuok, ibang pagkasilasa, baka wala pa kita niyo, nakai, deng hadyaman, aon pakasigpitan diara si sakit COVID-19. Diada, kabtangan ko nakauna, suway di sumud na pangatayan, sin kamuin. Kami, mga kataymanguran niyo, nakalupa na iban, way nagparuli, misang mahuga, inara, sin taymangud niyo ini, bilang tauma, sinula, wala day sa miyugat, day nakasila sa kukanyo, inshallah. Pakayon ko kanyo, at tahon ini, sa babaon pa virus 90 COVID-19, di man dyan magsambayang Jamaah Idul Fitr, halaw masjid, at tawa apantayan. Magjama rakuman kita niyo, bang dumayaw na ikahalan si hula na to, inshallah ta'ala. Murah-murahan, kahampitan na to katan, in Rahman, si bulan Ramadan, at tahun yan, iban hasusungon tahun. Mahuli, kasila sa kanyo, hahayla ya Idul Fitr al-Mubarak. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Querido compoblanos, buenas tardes a todos y paz de Dios y abrazo de Nuestra Señora la Virgen del Pilar y San Jose. Assalamualaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we will update you on the measures that the local government has undertaken to respond to COVID-19 pandemic and to protect the health and well-being of our constituents. We are now on the 6th day of the general community quarantine and we continue to observe the increased number of people and vehicles in the streets. We have issued Executive Order 568 creating the Interagency Compliance Team as a COVID-19 response measure in Zamboanga City. City Administrator Apol Go has been designated as overall chairperson of the compliance team and we expect the appropriate coordination mechanism to be instituted to facilitate economic activities while ensuring compliance with required health protocols for the safety of all under GCQ.
Buenas tardes con el diaton mga compoblanos. Este tarde manjunto con el diaton alcalde para na diaton na press conference, el diaton City Administrator Marie Angelique Go, el diaton City Health Officer Dr. Dulce Miravite, el diaton City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Officer Dr. Elmer Apolinario, el director regional del LTFRB Director Zerita Climaco, y también el jefe del Bids and Awards Committee del Ciudad de Zamboanga, City Assessor Erwin Bernardo. Y ahora, para na pregunta, y también manjunto ka naton el diato na Deputy Jail Warden, Jail Senior Inspector Aris Magbutay. Y ahora, para na mga pregunta del miembros del prensa, desde el Marifita Mayo, para con el diato na alcalde, hindi todo tasigi na quarantine pass, cosa de ustedes aksyon para asigurar que todo ay cumpli con el usada del quarantine pass.
Marie, del lunes, 3 veces kita dale la información y directiva con el Philippine National Police por medio del diaton City Police Director Martir para asigura que todo diaton mga checkpoints ay chequea gayot el siguiendo quarantine pass for that particular day. Desde lunes hasta este tiempo, ya mira kita, ya menoraya el diatun traffic in the streets, but nonetheless, the city of Zamboanga is still adjusting. El mejoramiento que debe kita hacer para con el diatun mga compoblanos, man comply gayot con el diatun mga polisiya, kay kanya tamen el mga polisiya, enforcement of these laws and violators have already been penalized.
Mas visible ara el mga privado behikulo na largo traffic tiene ba ko sa taas el Task Force COVID para man-regulate con el DILA operations como mga public transportations?
Well, dale kita ka natin lego mas aclaramiento por causa que el gobierno local ya tiene mga lengthy discussions with the different national government agencies and our transport sector so that we will be able to facilitate how we can comply with the GCQ standards without violating also the opportunity of our public conveyance to be able to earn a living and provide service to our constituents in Zamboanga.
Como un maestra, Mayor, kusal dito opinion kita konsideraya el Departamento de Educación para abre el klase na Agosto?
Sabi vosotros, el League of Cities of the Philippines, si hace también ka natin un query para kumigo quiere el abrida del klase na Septembre 7. That's a Monday, it's my birthday. Por causa ko un maestra.
Cosa el reaksyon del Task Force COVID na propósito resolution di Konsehal Kim Elago para mandayaman angkas na magamotor kung el man maridable o magaanak?
Sabi vosotros, este propósito de Councilor Kim Elago must be harmonized with the national government. So there is such a national government policy and we have to abide by this directive.
Mayor from Albert Luna, since Secretary Galvez ordered local government units to implement localized lockdowns, will there be new adjustments to be made in the city of Zamboanga? What barangays will be undergoing total lockdown and when will it be imposed?
Okay, we will always have to consult and deal with the facts and science of the COVID-19 pandemic. And upon the declaration of lockdowns in the barangays, it will be properly coordinated and consulted with the City Health Office and the CDRMO. Para pwede gana kita dale el oportunidad con el di aton gobyerno lokal en koordinasyon del di aton mga diferente departamentos y barangay, mira el lo que debe para asigura que protegido el mga vivientes.
From Julie Aripala, Mayor, can they request for a statement on the demise of former Councilor Bayot?
Okay, Julie, como una ciudadana de Ciudad de Zamboanga, tadali kita el di aton habla que se llama condolence to the family of Councilor Rodolfo Manuel Bayot, who served as a barangay chairperson of Barangay Tumaga, very staunch advocate of good governance in the city because of his love for Zamboanga, and a 3-term city councilor. Together with the Sangguniang Panglungsod, the entire city government mourns the loss of a very good Zamboangueño whose leadership is very encompassing because he really provided dedicated love and service to Zamboanga City. Amongst the many tasks that he did was to ensure that in his own capacity, he would contribute to the beautification of Zamboanga City by planting mga palma. And as I would like to really recall the efforts of Councilor Rudy Bayot also in promoting peace and security. In September 9, 2013, it was Councilor Rodolfo M. Bayot together with Attorney Kim Elago who went to the City Hall and they themselves hoisted the flag that continued to be raised all throughout Zamboanga siege. Aside from that, he also defended the city of Zamboanga and remained really very staunch advocate of peace and development for Zamboanga City, uniting Christians, Muslims, and Lumads. Por fin, nadisubida el de mio memoria con ele, que tiene la advertencia that tiene kita el habla kita deseo de Dios para servir and to make Zamboanga beautiful, as bonito con el Zamboanga. En de suyo ad muerte, quiere kita advertir para puede ustedes dar el rezo con Dios para el paz eterno de Concejal Rudy Bayot. Pero también in our own little way, I would like to pose this question. What can I, as a Zamboangueño, Christian, Muslim, or Lumad do to make Zamboanga beautiful? And if in doing so, we will be able to live to realize the dreams of Councilor Rodolfo M. Bayot, a true servant of Zamboanga City.
Thank you, Mayor. From RG Go, si keda kaalto el mga kaso de COVID aki na diaton syudad, iduro siyempre kabesa del diaton mga vivientes, pwede pa ba kita manbawi con el GCQ?
Well, RG, again, it is really depending on the IATF, but should the need arise, como tablagani kita del otro día, We will work with the CDRMO and City Health and identify the cause of these violations and definitely impose the necessary penalties to ensure that we really abide by stricter, stiffer measures because just what I was saying, we cannot go back to the normal. I know a lot of people are really suffering. We have Sambuangueños that are out of Zamboanga that have already been crying to us just to go home, and it's very, very difficult. The city government assures you that we're working with the City Tourism Office, con Sarita Sebastian Hernandez, ASEC Mayra Paz Valderos Abubakar, CDRMO, and the budget to be able to bring you back to Zamboanga. But again, we really have to abide by stricter quarantine procedures to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
From Jewel Reyes, how do you observe the crowd and the traffic a few days after general community quarantine? Earlier, the mayor expressed concern over the density of people getting out of their houses. Is this because of the reopening of some establishments?
Well, Jewel, I agree with you that in the past few days, particularly last Monday, there was quite an unexpected number of people in the streets. There are some concerns that it might cause undue increase of the number of cases of COVID as they are still discussing whether we are on the first or second wave. Whatever wave we are in the city of Zamboanga, hindi pa kita libraw. Por eso bien importante gayot que necesita kita observa estos mga orden nasyonal y mga orden ehekutiva y ordinansa lokal para el proteksyon de todo. Tamira kita desde lunes, today is Thursday, ya menoraya Jewel el tráfico na ciudad, pero largo lang syempre el diaton mga pila. Por eso ay tiene yo que llama con un junta together with our City Police Director and Task Force Zamboanga tomorrow to address continued measures to protect the people of Zamboanga.
Mayor from Noning Antonio, tiene el mga stranded OFWs esperanzao larga para Manila, el tareklama kay hindi asigun sila ta pwede man contact na opisina del OWA para dale asistensya na diila salida. Kilaya ba el protocol para kung mga kiensale aquel para afuera del ciudad, especialmente mga OFWs?
Noning ya tiyan kita junta con el OWA together with the Office of the Department of Tourism, ASEC Mayra Valderosa, and our point person is our City Tourism Officer Sarita Sebastian Hernandez. Ya po ni kita el mga hotline numbers donde vosotros puede coordina, and we've already provided flights through the DOT para aquellos mga Filipinos that need to live and work abroad will be able to do so. So please, Noning, pela kita que coordina vosotros con el oficina del Diaton City Tourism, and the OWA is also on board. I would like to also express my deepest gratitude to OWA Administrator Hans Kakdak, who never kita fails to respond to our need, whatever it is that the city government of Zamboanga has in need, particularly on the plight of our overseas Filipinos. You continue to become our heroes, and we would really want to make life more bearable and easy for you to be able to continue safely and health-wise be able to work for yourselves and your families.
From Shirley Espino, el reaksyon del Diaton Alcalde na report del DSWD Field Office 9 que el Zamboanga City es uno del mga gobierno lokal aquí na rehiyon donde tiene 100% completion of emergency subsidy under Social Amelioration Program, pero tiene siyempre mga reklamo que hindi todo ella puede recibir con esa asistencia.
Okay, Shirley, first of all, I would like to thank our field officers, Ma'am Soki Rojas, CSWDO, Vice Mayor Meng Agan, that went down to our barangay with the DSWD 9 team to be able to ensure that we are fully compliant in the city treasurer's office. Sabi ustedes that in those moments when the national government provided social amelioration funds for Zamboanga City, we wanted to reach out and be very compliant with the requirements of law. However, there are still remaining barangays or people that have not been able to receive them. The DSWD, DILG is open to accept these recommendations with the CSWD so that we will be able to reach the maximum target that the national government has done. Through the League of Cities of the Philippines, deklara gani que el quien man roll out con este in the second tranche or second wave amo el Policía y Militar, and we will continue to support this program. But again, Shirley, our deepest gratitude to those that really sacrificed morning and evening just to ensure that the deserving families will get the amount given by the national government to help us stay at home and fight COVID.
Mayor, there's another question here from Shirley Espino with respect to the number of households included in the second wave. In as much as we do not have this information with us, kay el Oficina del Diaton City Social Welfare and Development Office el tiene con este datos, ay pikura kita sa sabi no para pwede dali informasyon con el publiko. Ahora, tiene pregunta ki el pwede contestar diaton administradora del ciudad. Madam City Administrator, the question from Cecil Aboy is the truck ban still in effect?
Right now, the truck ban is suspended. Since we started with COVID operations, we follow tasigikit na IATF regulation that there should be no impediment on cargo. So free flows, all cargoes. Therefore, we cannot bring back the truck ban in the city of Zamboanga.
Thank you, ma'am. There's a question also from Roland Ramos. I will answer this question. Si tiene ba cambio na guidelines or ordinansa del diaton GCQ como na motor, pwede ba man angkas, y pwede ba munta 5 persona na atras del un pick-up vehikulo. So, kaya kita habla, este diaton ordinansa numero 532, although ya tiene se mag-amendamiento, year until it is earlier lifted. So, no hay tanto cambio ali, kaya tayo siyempre kita na punta del motor, akal mga tanangka siya, diskuti siya nantel diato ng alkalde, este un direktiba del gobierno nacional. So, si tiene ese cambio, debe alia tamen sa estaba kanila. El diaton maga numero del pasahero ng mga bihikulo, yasale sa el guidelines gane mismo del IATF, kita habla 2 persona kada row, no? Kada una linya del silya. So, pwede kita habla na una bihikulo donde antes takabe 5 bilog silyeno, pwede sila aramunta 4 persona kay 2 kada row. Aura ay anda kita con el diaton City Health Officer para dale el health updates diaton y también el cases del COVID-19 aquí na syudad. Doc Dulce.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So today we have a total of cumulative cases diaton COVID-19 suspect is 1,056, 141 confirmed cases, and 3 confirmed mortalities. For the last 3 days, we do not have additional confirmed cases nor confirmed COVID-19 deaths. Out of the 1,056 suspect cases, 777 are with negative results and 152 with pending results. The total COVID suspect death is 127. Out of this, 47 have negative results, 13 with pending results, 67 not done. Out of the 141 confirmed cases, 139 are in Zamboanga City. 7 cases are from the different barangays in the city, and 132 are cases related to the City Reformatory Center. 11 of the confirmed cases have already recovered. 3 are from the CRC. 2 cases are admitted at Zamboanga City Medical Center. Of this, 1 has recovered for COVID-19 but is still admitted for treatment for his other medical condition. We have 11 staying at Adjulantaka Isolation Facility. 5 have been discharged recently from this facility. Our confirmed cases in the City Reformatory Center and at the Kabatangan Evacuation Center have improving health status, and the 59 persons given liberty in the quarantine facility at Ecozone are symptomatic and well.
Okay, thank you very much, Doc Dulce, for the questions From Julie Alipala, I think this is also the question of Albert Luna. El status del 46 individuals who turned positive in the rapid testing.
So actually 44 este sila, no? Muyaga este kotable sila na zone 1. They are all well. Some of them have been asymptomatic already. Yesterday, we collected specimen for the PCR testing, and we are awaiting the results of the PCR test.
Is there a plan to expand the rapid testing among village officials and journalists?
Once we will have enough testing kits, we will be able to do that.
From Chodiver Arquiza, what is your reaction, Doc, on the statement of an epidemiologist, Dr. Norby Jalani, kay August 8 pa, el peak del COVID-19 aquí na syudad?
Si mira kita, ara tiempo, talya pa kita ta pasubida na di aton mga cases. So, given the laboratories di aton that can make the testing here already, so pwede mucho pa kita kaso mira, and hindi gani lehos that during this time pwede kada di aton peak.
Doc, from Chodiver Arquiza, ketal akil mga PDL kaya man positive? I think eltan referli akil mga yan release kita, no? And then, how many ba about to be released pa?
Okay, so, akal mga persons given liberty already, they are improving in their health status, and out of the confirmed positive ganit, resya yan recover. And dahil otro, man schedule pa kita for the re-swab. And okay Mandila condition.
Doc Dulce, question di Argigo, testing na zone 1. Yan start ya ba el mass testing? Ichene ba to next barangay target for mass testing?
So LD atun mass targeted testing man start kita once we will have our kits available. Asi kita, since we have gani di aton epicenter alina DJ MPT aton, so saka kita mga alrededor mga gente para pwede kita man test gani, no, to really ensure that we do not have community transmission in this area. So we are awaiting for their results.
From Val Villaflor of UNTV, what is your message to the people of Zamboanga? Because accordingly, their impression is since we are already in a GCQ, it is because bumubuti na at mas safe na ngayon.
Okay, so we are on GCQ. Hindi ibig sabihin na wala na ang risk ng infection. Actually, yung community transmission natin, makikita natin that we only have 7 cases in the community. But with people moving around because of the GCQ, then we will have a higher risk of getting the infection if one infected person is moving around also. So, kahit na nasa GCQ tayo, kailangan pa rin nating mag-observe ng mga preventive measures natin, especially wearing of mask nga kung pumupunta tayo sa labas, hand washing or always carry our hand sanitizer, and always practice yung social distancing natin because we are only on the 6th day of our GCQ, and really the impact or the effect of this will be known in the coming weeks. So we encourage everyone to please practice LD aton mga preventive measures.
Doc, what is your reaction on the pronouncement of the Secretary of Health that we are now experiencing the second wave of COVID-19?
Okay, so if we look at here, our cases in Zamboanga City, no, talya pa lang kita na di aton first wave. So really, we have to do a lot of things, and our testing should really be in place so that we will be able to really know that we have flattened the curve, and we will monitor if we will have our second wave. So hopefully we will be able to prevent the second wave from happening.
Thank you, Doc. We will go back to you in a while. And at this point, we are joined by our City Assessor, the Chairman of the Bids and Awards Committee, to answer some of the questions of Miss Julie Alipala. Sir Erwin, ¿por qué el diaton LGU un supplier lang el yaman ya kontrata como el 5MJ? ¿Cuánto ba el total contract kaya entra kita na 5MJ para na comprada del arroz?
Gracias. Este procurement, no, it's competitive bidding or public bidding. But we went through aquel talamat sila a negotiated procurement under.
Sir, bira kami contigo Lego, arregla lang ani kita. Hindi contigo klaro mira. We will go back to our city assessor. We will now address our questions to our City Disaster and Risk Reduction Management Officer, Dr. Elmer Apolinario. Doc Elmer, question from Queenie Casimiro. Tiene memo el Regional Interagency Task Force regarding checkpoints. Ay kitaya ba kung el mga checkpoints na barangay? CNC naman, que modo el control and check del aquel mga tasali si QP Onway.
Buenas tardes, Mayor, y buenas tardes mga pueblo Zamboanga. Yes, indeed, we received a memorandum directive from the regional ATM. Director Manny Ochotorena provided us one, stating that the QCPL control checkpoint na Zamboanga City will only be na Aliagon del Licomo. So I also brought to his attention kay we missed one again na Licomo na pati na Limpapa. So anyway, checkpoints sa kinda Pueblo Zamboanga ng mga particular na mga barangays will be discussed tomorrow when we meet with the City Police Director and Colonel Divina Gracia, the joint task force together with the Mayor. And we will discuss the mga recommendations that we had earlier discussed this morning together with our City Health Officer. And this will be traced out tomorrow regarding whether we need to remove mga checkpoints sa kinda Pueblo Zamboanga, in this, particularly the urban center.
Okay, thank you, Doc Elmer. And there is also a question from our netizens. There is a guideline wherein all barangays are to create or activate the BHERTs to respond to COVID-related concerns. Are all the 98 barangays compliant with regards to the BHERTs? How many are not compliant, and what are the sanctions for those that are non-compliant?
Well, BHERTs, this is a requirement by DILG. In fact, in this nuevo, tarde as early as 2003, to recall, cuando tinitake SARS, yung mandate is the creation del BHERTs. So, talikat provision kay create ng mga barangays. So, this was again reinforced when we had the coronavirus recently through a directive from Secretary Anyo, kita mandakan ko na si CREA. So, el kuanal, yung mga functions there is to really address the mga issues that's prevailing estigane kalato coronavirus, no? Now, el diato ko nakigane na there are possible sanctions if they don't create. And unfortunately, I got information from our barangay affairs that there are barangays who do not yet have the BHERTs. And that's why in the coming days, together with our City Health Officer and of course the DILG on board, we will be mounting a program or a caravan para libayasin na kung mga barangay, no, particularmente estigane creation and the mandate will be heard. Because if you go over the provision, no, and nuevo, no, el mga barangays should mobilize their BHERTs, should identify and recommend. They should assign BHERTs. They should coordinate with the proper authorities. And of course, they should be the one to assist us in identifying the barangay isolation units. So, meaning to say, they should be in the forefront, assisting the local government unit in addressing este perennial problem ng enfrentara lokal, el coronavirus. Now, there could be possible sanctions against them. So, possibly, there could be charges of gross neglect of duty, gross negligence, and insubordination. So, these things can be filed against the barangay official who refuse until now to activate the birds. Because very important is the aral if we're able to address the coronavirus at kita enfrentara el nación.
Thank you very much, Dr. Elmer. Another question from our netizens, bakit yung mga government project lang po yung allowed? Paano naman po kami under sa private construction work? Hindi pa daw ba sila pwede trabaha?
Si amo gaste mo sa pergunta ka nato, no? Tiene ya sa Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases del Viernes lang pasaw, no? Ya tiene revised omnibus guideline kitabla pwede ya galing sa prinsipya. Pero tiene si tabla kita provincial po condiciones, no? All public and private projects shall be allowed, but with strict compliance to the issued construction and safety guidelines for implementation of infrastructure projects during the COVID-19 pandemic by DPWH. So, el DPWH también ya pasa construction safety guidelines para cumplir todo. Meaning to say, si quiere usted sa si proyecto, you have to be compliant with yung mga requiremento que ya hace el DPWH. Without which, you cannot do the project, be it public or private projects.
From Jerry Suasito of Comelec Basilan, Kosabal protocol na mga government employees ke assigned na basilan residente aquí na syudad. Exempted ba sila na 14-day quarantine?
El diato requiremento kino, as long as they fall under the DILG advisory on allowed persons outside residence for tablag uppers or frontliners, and they have the appropriate tablag el travel authority, and of course el tablag el dila ID, then they can go in and out. But we can also impose on them a regular COVID protocol check. Conforme se tablag el temperature check, el requirement kahit may silang flu-like symptoms, pwede kita siya ase. But these are the things that are only required. ID, pati el travel authority, like if there are appors or abang kita government employees.
Dr. Elmer from Noning Antonio, ¿cuántos stranded Sambuangueños el ta esperanza kitaliega na syudad na mga días que viene?
Well, this morning when we met with Ms. Rita Sebastian and of course Dr. Dulce and Mr. Mike Saved of the Mayor's Office and our Assistant Budget Officer, we found out that there are about almost more than 1,000 yagana ng mga tabla kita LSI. They call that locally stranded individuals. So as the mga LSI, they are composed of workers, they're composed of tourists, they're composed of mga transients who were stranded. Amo siya, diskutin natin and then they found out kay na Luzon lang gano'n, tiyan kita mas de 800 siya. So na Visayas, Mindanao, a sizable number, meaning to say more than 1,000 LSI out there who wishes to come back to our city or go back to their place of origin.
In relation to that, Dr. Elmer, there's a question from Lizella Castesantos. Aquel mga persona quien volve aquí availing of the Balik Provincia Program, quien el gasta el dila pasaje, el gastos na quarantine, y cuánto el cobra kanila si sila el man shoulder con el dila quarantine accommodation?
Si amo siya diskutin kami enante, we will be coming up with a separate report kung mayor radiaton, of course with the recommendations kung sa conviene ase. In fact, identification, who will be prioritized, what are the requirements, the parameters. All of this will have to be submitted to our mayor for her consideration. Of course, we have to follow all usual protocols, that everything must be within the guidelines the DBM circular in manners of disbursing funds.
What is the update on the isolation facility in Ecozone, Doc Elmer? There were complaints on the poor quality of some facilities inside, like defective electric fans. How do we make sure that issues like this will be properly addressed? From Shirley Espino.
Siyempre kita 4 quarantine facility dyan na Ecozone, 3 of which yakabaya, el uno is expected to be finished within the week, and each quarantine facility can house no less than 68 beds. So ya pwede kita man-procure 300 electric fan, and just alya, ang mga nagka-chain and damages, kaya siyempre, tamang assemble lang laki, stop ka lang puwera, taktat kini problema. Pero, we were able to make representation because if mas ipagat, ay di mo bigit ako nagka-chest. So, out of 300, only 10 were found to be defective. Kaya ablak, chain and kebra, walsina. Pero, may si problema. Kita pwede man si kambya lang. Kaya di pa magkita accept ako nese.
Thank you very much, Doc. From Cecil Aboy, tiempo na GCQ kita por sige pa ba compra con el mga las cosas que de más temprano yaya discuti y decidi compra. Cosa el status deste?
In fact, most of the items that were tabla kita, yung mga pensamiento tabla kontrobersyal, yan mga kontrobersyal, yan pa sa magandang proseso. So of the amount that we appropriated, most of them have already been delivered. So el cosa parte del gobyerno lokal na pala pwede man-deliver na gobyerno, ambulansya lang, pati el quarantine tunnel, tabla kita, no? Ay because estabas afuera, tamang public kita kunese. Now, much po todo tiene award. So we expect some to be delivered, but most of them have already been delivered, are already being used. So taliya dito mga tabla kita el mga hospital tent, taliya dito mga protective gear, taliya dito mga encapsulated suits, taliya sa todo. Most of them have already been arrived or and being used already.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Elmer. Iaura ay anda kita kun Sir Erwin, Aldiaton City Assessor. Tali pa batud, Sir Erwin?
Hello? Claro, ya?
Sí, claro, pero el video di Sir Erwin.
Well, boss, el audio, claro, ya?
Sí, claro ya, sir. Contesta lang to, sir, el pregunta, no? Cheneki pregunta si Miss Julie Alipala, donde ta preguntale si por qué el diaton gobierno local ya contrata un supplier lang como el 5MJ. ¿Cuánto ba el valor de este contrata na comprada de arroz?
Okay, sina normal sitwasyon, no? Usa kitan under Republic Act 9184, el public bidding or competitive bidding, no? Pero el law tan allow ka naton usa kel negotiated procurement under emergency cases. Now, 3 instances like in case of imminent danger to life or property. Second, when time is of the essence, arising from natural or man-made calamities, no? Tercero, akel other causes, no, to prevent damage to or loss of property. Anyway, under public bidding, the minimum number of days, no, under the law from pre-procurement to awarding is 28 days. Imagine that, 28 dia, that's the minimum. El practice, tan lampas pa kita eh. You can just imagine, no, si usa kita public bidding, 28 dia el minimum, imas pa eh. Now, sino pa uno? Si 2 o 3 o 4 yan join. What if uno de esos yan file pa motion for reconsideration, sila gana? It would take another number of days. So el law, tanalaw ka natin on at negotiated procurement. No, and not only that, hasta akil gane yapas si Bayanihan Act, no? Ta-support también no? Tasi mas ore el proceso para man-meet el emergencia del ciudad, no? Now, why 5MJ? Ang unang question namin, right? No? Now, 5MJ has been there, no? Since before, back number of years, has been supplying, no? Joining public bidding na syudad, food supplies, no? And, what is important here is for the Bids and Awards Committee to look for a supplier who is legally, technically, and financially capable of addressing, of supplying, no, el need del city in times of emergency. So, amo se porque kita yan identify kung el 5MJ, no, tiene sila track record, i-submit man sila el dila mga requirements like field jobs, no? Field jobs platinum certificate, yan sila, omnibus sworn statement, latest BIR, and business permit. Na-kompleto sila sa 10, no? So, amo siya yan recommend the Bids and Awards Committee para man award kung este supplier 5MJ.
So, Sir Erwin, para asalanggat kita klaro no, kung diaton mga kompoblanos kita uwi este mga tiempo, el tabla tu kay el modo de procurement desde mga aros amugan el negotiated purchase per causa takikita aura na un emerhensya. Itapikura kita sa apas el tiempo kay para pwede kita responde con este krisis para pwede kita dali aros na diaton mga kompoblanos. Susto ba kel, Sir Erwin?
Yes, amugat sir.
Si itaabla también tu kay este 5MJ chen este el track record iyan submit todo mga requirements kita pidi el di aton lay na procurement.
Amuman sir.
So chen tamen ultimo pregunta si Julie Alipala, Sir Erwin, pwede ba daw pidi con el purchase order del syudad con el 5MJ para ase kita con este publiko i transparent?
Man, scribe lang ka nato, no? Make a written request, no? And then,
Okay. Thank you very much to our chairman of the Bids and Awards Committee, City Assessor Erwin Bernardo, for joining us, sir. You are now excused. Gracias na dito yung ora, Sir Erwin. I-aura ay anda kita ng mga pregunta para kunel diato na LTFRB. For LTFRB Regional Director Zerita Climaco from Brigada Gwen, Ma'am, how many public transportation units were you able to issue special permits? And how long does it take the LTFRB to check the vehicles? Director Zerita Climaco.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am.
In the questions, how many public transportation we were able to issue already a special trip permit? We have out of 171 applications, we have already issued 69 special permit who complied with our requirements in the different denomination on the routes identified. Maybe it takes us 10 to 15 minutes per vehicle using the guidelines for unit inspection as per MC 20017 issued by the board. And there is also another inspection by the LTO for roadworthiness.
What is the status of the PUJ terminals located in the city proper? Will there be changes, ma'am?
Yeah, as discussed during the meeting last Monday with the Deputy Administrator, the unloading and the loading area shall remain at the previously used by the PUJs. There will be changes because the PUJ will not be allowed to wait until full capacity of passengers. They will unload the passengers, then leave the area with or without passengers, meaning to say they cannot park and wait for passengers to full capacity.
Okay, ma'am. There is a question here from Crizel Almonia. What is your reaction on the observation that, yes, on the first day of the operations of PUJs, particularly in the East Coast, several violations have been observed by the task force compliance on the public utility jeepneys?
In the first day, I don't think so there was because we have not received any complaints under that violation that they are talking about.
Okay, ma'am. So what is the prescribed fare for public transportation with special permits?
Yeah, per MC 2020-017 issued by the LTFO board on the guidelines for the public transportation for areas under GCQ, the fare rate across the country shall be based on the following. For non-aircon buses, first 5 kilometers is 11 pesos and 1 peso and 85 centavos per succeeding kilometers. For traditional PUJs, the first 4 kilometers is 9 pesos and additional 150 per succeeding kilometers. For the UV Express, it's 2 pesos per kilometer.
So in effect, ma'am, was there an increase in the fare of our public transportation?
Yes, the usual before the traditional PJ, the first 4 kilometers is 8 pesos. So there is an additional 1 peso for the first 4 kilometers, and the succeeding is 40 centavos. additional per succeeding kilometer.
What will be the sanctions, ma'am, for those who will be overcharging our riding public?
Yes, a penalty shall still be imposed on all violations pertaining to the public transport and will be based on the existing Joint Administrative Order 2014-001.
What are the requirements for the issuance of special permits? Why can they not operate using their franchise as this is their pass for their operation?
The requirements for the issuance of SP, number one, they must have a valid existing franchise and passenger insurance and currently registered with the LTO, pass the roadworthiness inspection conducted the LTO, and they must be included among the authorized units owned by a juridical entity such as the co-op or corporation. And they also must pass the health safety protocols such as wearing of face masks of drivers and conductors and gloves, permeable separation plastic between the driver and the passengers, partition among passengers to maintain social distancing, foot bath, hand sanitizer, and contact tracing measures. On the questions of why operators cannot use their franchise as this is the real pass for their operations. On April 24, 2020, resolutions number 28 series of 2020 was issued by the IATF EID and which was adopted by the President. Under this resolution, certain areas in the country have been placed under GQ or
Okay, so we're experiencing some...
ensure social distancing per recommendation of the IATF EID. So in relation to this resolution, issued and pursuant to the guidelines set forth by the DOTR, the board hereby set the guidelines in the areas under GCQ, which is under MC 2020-017, for public transportation for areas under GCQ. So in that case, public transportation shall limited capacity where sanitary measure shall be strictly observed. Operations of public transportation shall be allowed only on the routes identified by the Regional Franchising and Regulatory Office and approved by the board. So the RFRO office shall identify specific routes to be operationalized under the period of the GO. Are needed. Old routes are still considered suspended during the GCQ.
Okay, thank you very much, Director Zerita Climaco, for joining us in this virtual presser. Thank you for your time, ma'am. You are now excused.
Thank you.
Now we will proceed to the Deputy Jail Warden of the Zamboanga City Reformatory Center, Senior Jail Inspector Aris Magbutay. Senior Inspector, a question from Albert Luna. May we know the truth behind claims of BJMP personnel sent home to undergo quarantine? Deputy Warden Magbutay said last time there is no truth to it, but iba ang nakalabas na and we have confirmation. What is their status? Were they tested and what were the results?
Good afternoon, Mayor. Doc, yung Abibentes de Zamboanga. In relation to those claims, Sir Ma'am, personnel who undergo home quarantine are those personnel were detailed duty outside the jail facility or team labas. Our outside duties were divided into groups or batches. Those personnel outside of the jail facility took the swab test and already tested negative. Those 8 personnel complied more than 2 weeks of home quarantine prior to their entry to our jail facility. Our unit required them to undergo x-rays, rapid tests, and thermoscan. The letter order was drafted and requiring them to report to our unit dated May 21, 2020.
Jail Senior Inspector, there is a question from Crisel Almonia. ¿Qué tal ya el mga PDL positives adentro na diaton Zamboanga City Reformatory Center? Last time, habla si Warden Alhas, tiene uno PDL alien negative. Tiene ba kita additional positive cases?
As of today, sir, ma'am, they are still under strict supervision and still under recovery, and their health status is improving. We are hopeful that the number of recovered persons deprived of liberty will be doing good and thriving, sir, ma'am.
Another question, this time from Cecil Abuy. You mentioned the other day that there were no movements of jail personnel and they are all in their post. To erase the doubts of many, can they ask where Warden Alhas is now? Is he inside the Zamboanga City Reformatory Center or in his boarding house?
As of today, no hay kita manda personal man detail afuera. Iya manda volve kada ikualan casa. Estaba aquí adentro na jail facility, sir, ma'am. And Zamboanga City Jail Dormitory Warden, Jail Chief Inspector Nathaniel Alhas were performing his duties and functions outside the jail facility. He is still in charge in directing daily activities and routines. We are rendering our service as much as we can to keep our community safe and uninfected with the disease.
Thank you very much, Jail Senior Inspector Magbutay, for joining us in today's press conference. We will now direct the questions to our City Administrator, Marie Angelique Go. From Brigada Gwen, Madam City Administrator, is our local economy recuperating under the general community quarantine?
Buenas tardes, Gwen. Our local economy is slowly reopening. And if under the ECQ, it's limited to essential businesses. Right now, categories 1, 2, and 3 are open for business with 50% of the workforce reporting.
Based on the last presser, the mayor mentioned that the city administrator is tasked to monitor the business establishments which do not comply with the health protocols imposed by the Department of Health. Are there establishments found violating the said protocols, especially physical distancing, and what are the sanctions that they may face?
See, Ara, now we're on the third day of the interagency compliance team. Ayer and today, there are several establishments ordered closed because they belong to the category 4. There were several personal care services who were reported to be operating, and our BPLO officer is on the ground. And appropriate charges were fined. They were fined from 500 for the first offense, 2,000 for the second offense, and 5,000 for the third offense.
I think this is also the question of Crisel Almonia with respect to the update of the operations of Task Force Compliance. But Crisel Almonia has another question, Ma'am Apple, with respect to the public transportation sector. What violations were observed by the Task Force Compliance?
The compliance team reports that there are several vehicles found to be overloading without the proper social distancing. And there were several drivers who are not wearing the mandatory masks and gloves. Also, there are reports of illegal parking of four-wheel vehicles and motorcycles, especially in the Central Business District.
Ma'am Apple, a question from Cecil Abuy. For the past 3 days of our general community quarantine, we have observed the volume of vehicles plying our streets. And these are privately owned vehicles which appear to be the major contributing factor in the traffic. And disiyo pregunta, pwede ba kita implementa mga mejoras, tiene como igual el color coding or ending?
See, like the Tricycle Adjudication Board, we are also proposing an odd-even scheme. And as we understand, there is a corresponding process to follow. There should be a city ordinance on this.
Ma'am, what is your reaction on reports that there are overcharging tricycle units?
Complaints for overcharging will be processed by the City Legal Office. We are open Mondays until Sundays, in fact. The phone number is advertised. Please feel free to call the hotlines so we may be able to process your complaints.
What is the measures being undertaken? What are the measures being undertaken by the City Administrator's Office on the situation of traffic in our major thoroughfares?
That remains to be a work in progress. The checkpoints are there to ensure that we will be safe and to ensure that there will be limited movement. Right now, under GCQ, it is not free for all. Still, the quarantine passes are in effect for us to get our basic needs and for us to go to work. Leisure activities are not encouraged.
Thank you, ma'am. We will go back to our city administrator in a few while. And at this point, we will be answering some of the other questions from Brigada Gwen. How many barangays were you able to distribute a second wave relief operations? Na-report del Diaton City Social Welfare and Development Office. Kenya maga 92 barangays elia distribuhi con este maga remaining barangays ta esperaya lang el maga falta supplies no como mga delata igulay. Is there a need to implement modified checkpoints to ease or lessen the queuing of vehicles and put another lane of frontliners? Como ya habla el diaton administradora del ciudad, ta estudia kita no el causa del congestion del traffic, itamira kita el posibilidad man cluster con el diaton mga barangay. So in the coming days, expecta el diaton mga constituentes que tiene kita mga nuevo reglamento para menora el número del mga gente que ta endereza aquí na sentro del diaton ciudad. Tiene mga vivientes, el no hay siempre quarantine pass. This is from Noning Antonio. Hasta este tiempo, el tapidi si puede aumentar con el mga quarantine pass. Como el tiene mga oficiales del Santa Maria, tapidi aumento. So, el diaton na aviso con el diaton mga oficiales del barangay, pabor coordina ustedes na opisina del diaton administradora del ciudad kay sila el tamira con ese mga sitwasyon no tiene mga personajes ali que asignaw para asigura que cosa mga concerne del mga barangay especialmente el issue del quarantine pass puede kita resolve. Amo también se el pregunta di Lisa Lacas de Santos acerca el ayuda del gobierno local, como ya habla kita, tiene 92 barangays, el 5 barangays ay completa adentro este semana. And now we will go back to our City Health Officer, Doc Dulce. Doc Dulce, are you still with us?
Yes.
Doc Dulce, there is just a question from Dan Toribio. Out of the 69 bodies buried in Talabaan Cemetery, how many of them were positive of COVID? And what were the causes of death of those found to be negative?
Okay, Sir Dan. Actually, 60 LD aton yan bury kita na Talabaan Cemetery. And out of these, yan kita unong confirmed positive yan bury. And mostly, diagnosis dahil di aton mga deaths are with respiratory problems and underlying conditions like diabetes, hypertension. So these are the most common cause of death.
You may now give your closing statement, Doktora.
Yes, so we're on the 6th day of GCQ. People are also getting back to work. So si atal mga ken siya na impermo or siya na kalor, no? So as much as possible, we ask our employees to not go to work no? Seek medical consult early so that we will be able to treat you well. And again, di aton mga preventive measures, always wear mask, di aton hand washing, hand hygiene, and our social distancing.
Thank you very much, Doc. Iaura uitamig kita el report del diaton administradora del ciudad, Ma'am Apple Go.
Gracias, Attorney Ken. Just to update you on the status of the quarantine passes, there is a total of 241,819 home quarantine passes in circulation. There are 18 barangays that returned the excess. Top 3 are Tumaga with 358 returned, Giwan returned 163 quarantine passes, and Calarian with 300 returned passes. There were 29 tampered quarantine passes confiscated at the checkpoints, and the violations apprehended by the PNP and Task Force Ordinance are from the following barangays: Sinunok 48, Pasonanca 44, Santa Maria 32, Santa Barbara 22, Zone 4 7, Santa Catalina 132, Talon-Talon 98, Tetuan 30, Mampang 28, and Divisoria 26. The City Treasurer's Office reports a collection from April 27 to May 21 of a total of 521,000 pesos. This represents collection from violation of City Ordinance 532. That is all. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much, our City Administrator. Y por último, uwi kita el mensaje de la Alcaldesa del Ciudad.
Gracias, Attorney Beldua. Querido compoblanos de Ciudad de Zamboanga, I've already said it and I will say it again. Zamboanga City is transitioning from ECQ to GCQ and we are now on the 6th day of GCQ implementation. Hindi quiere decir que todo kita puede salir na casa iman bira-bira na pueblo maski no hay importante que cosa kita taase. El Interagency Compliance Team has been deployed to effective today to its task to implement the law to its fullest. Traffic will be heavier, but this is to make sure that each and every citizen going out is merely for essential purposes amid the quarantine protocols. Our guidelines are based on the IATF EID issuances and orders. In terms of our relief assistance, per report from the City Social Welfare and Development Officer Soki Rojas, only 6 barangays have not gotten the relief goods for distribution. Este incluido El Baliwasan, Santa Catalina, Casanyangan, Zone 4, San Jose, Kawa-Kawa, and Recodo as of today. For those who have not yet received their relief assistance, expect que ustedes ay recibir asistencia in the coming days. The DSWD Social Amelioration Program has concluded in Zamboanga City, but the CSWDO is submitting today the additional list of for reconsideration to our DSWD. Our goal remains is to heal the sick and feed the hungry with the grace of God. Your local government continues to work hard to serve you in difficult time, and flattening the curve is what we are aiming, which is why we're working very closely with our partners in the national government, the international humanitarian organizations, and the private sector to ramp up testing as we heed the call of the IATF Chief Implementer Secretary Carlito Galvez to focus on the T3. That is trace, treat, and test. Tarindi kita otra vez el diaton continued agradecimiento con todo na frontera que más de 2 meses ta continua sirvi under ECQ and GCQ. Dahil mga healthcare workers, el diaton mga personalidad na pharmacies, trash collectors, and other essential services, aquellos que ta sirvi na Lantaka, Kabatangan, Ecozone, and also that includes even the security sector from the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Philippine National Police, Philippine Coast Guard as well. So con todo con ustedes, de aton agradecimiento, and even our colleagues in the national government and local government down to the barangays, kita continua mantene el seguridad, specialmente na salud. Malacanang has declared Monday, May 25 as a nationwide regular holiday in the observance of Eid al-Fitr or the feast of the Eid. The Ulama Council in Zamboanga Peninsula has come out with a joint statement with Sabila Muqtadin and other sectors reiterating the call to suspend all religious gatherings in masjid as well as the cancellation also of mass gatherings, and we will really have to prevail by the order of Malacanang, particularly in our worship. We also coordinated with Jojo Abdusalam of the City Mayor's Office to reach out to our Grand Mufti as well. We are appealing to all our Muslim community in the city of Zamboanga. We pray with you in the holy observance of the Eid al-Fitr, and we pray that we will also practice what we call our safety measures to protect everyone, especially in this very important holiday of our Muslim community, to really also practice el diaton mga necessary guidelines as provided by our ordinance and the IATF on social and religious observance. Tapela también kita con el support del público para ustedes cooperación, especialmente en este tiempo que hindi pagayot kita libraw na COVID. COVID is here to stay until a vaccine will be made available in the Philippines. We are really struggling with testing and we are appealing to everyone not to cause unnecessary harm to our family by exposing ourselves unnecessarily outside. On behalf of the city government, we would also like to thank Councilor Rodolfo M. Bayot for his dedication to our people. The flag of the Philippines is flown half-mast in honor of the bravery and dedication of our esteemed colleague in government. Allow us also to say thank you con el mga buen Samaritano, kaya dali ka natin todo asistensya from the private sector to the other humanitarian organizations. Tomorrow we will be receiving our assistance from the U.S. government por medio del 511-2 SOTF together with Lieutenant General Cerrito Sobejana representing the Philippines military as well as the sectors that will be recipients con este. Todo estos esfuerzo que tadale ka natun, tarindi kita gracias con el Professor Teng Katong, tarindi kita gracias kan the Team Ijiran, con el Blue Gray Coffee Shop, con el Mark Cakes, kaya dale ka natin el dila asistensya. All of these are really gestures of the unity of our Muslim and Lumad community with the Christian community as one in preparation of the Eid. We would like to pray that everyone will be safe. Christians, Muslims, and Lumads. To all our Sambuangueños who really want to come home, the local government hears you out and will really work very hard to ensure that in due time you will be able to come home, but we want you to be home safe to your family. That is why we are preparing quarantine facilities for you. So on behalf of the city government, Ma'am Apple, Attorney Kenneth, Sir Erwin, Dr. Dulce, Sir Elmer, Director Sarita Climaco, and our Deputy Jail Warden JSI Aris Magbutay, este si Alcalde Ben Climaco, together with Sheila Sed Tenil and the PIO, we would like to express our continued prayers to everyone so that we will take the social responsibility of every Sambuangueño to comply with our executive order to keep each and every member of our family safe. Muchísimas gracias y vaya con Dios. Na favor de Nuestra Señora la Virgen del Pilar y San José. Buenas noches a todos.